Dear friends, Jai Bhim. I just arrived from Pune with a very heavy heart at home. Yesterday I was in Pune on an international conference on Atman and Anatman in Indian philosophy. And in fact, in the conference, I was speaking on the teachings of Sangharakshita on Anatman in Buddhism. That's the very moment I heard the news of his demise. Indeed, I was very sad, but in other way, he was flowing through me while I was speaking on his teaching. I was slightly struck by the coincidence of moments. I was speaking on him and he passed away. I was indeed very sad, but nonetheless, he was flowing through me. I came in contact with Triratna before 28 years and I ordained before 12 years. So I share a very deep connection with Sangharakshita. I met him numerous times while my stay in UK, but with the concentration I met him before 10 years with organized 3 meetings with him about the situation of Buddhism in India, why he need to found a new Sangha, and his thinking on various Buddhist issues, including his very intense and great memories of his 3 meetings with Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. And we had various interactions in those meetings about Buddhism in the East and Buddhism in the West. In fact, he aspired, why not West have something like 22 vows Dr. Ambedkar given to protect Buddhism in India. Likewise, 22 vows we should have in the West. Whenever I saw him, whenever I met him, he was always warm, very caring. Whenever I stayed at Adhisthana, he always asked me about my studies, my research while I was doing my PhD. And the central memory of my meeting with him is of love, and he treated me with dignity and as an individual. That's the major quality sort of I personally felt. I was very nervous whenever I saw him, but he always made me at ease and treated with me great dignity. That's the genius of his personality. And he always appreciated while I was working in North India, and particularly he inquired me about Bodh Gaya, because he has his own heart in Bodh Gaya and he was very happy that Sangha was growing there. In my various meetings, he also gave me invaluable insights about Buddhist aesthetics, and he was very fond of Schopenhauer, and he mentions Schopenhauer in his very famous essay Art and Buddhism. So he was very happy with my work and research. In fact, he allowed me to browse his personal books in Adhisthana library. I felt so honored when he passed the key of his books to me. Whenever I saw him, it was itself an aesthetic experience for me. It was very elevating for me. Thirdly, I also felt that he cares very deeply about Buddhism in India, the Sangha in India, and his friends in India. He always eager to know how India is doing, how Sangha is doing in India. And he has a great love for Indian order members and indeed the conversion movement of Bodhisattva Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Yes, Bhante physically dead, and we all are shaken by the news, but as Bhante himself said on the very sad demise of Dr. Ambedkar, that Dr. Ambedkar is alive in his people. Likewise, I strongly feel that Bhante is very much alive in the body of his teaching, in the presentation of his Dhamma, and indeed the Sangha he created or founded. So he will be always alive in Sanghakaya, in the body of Sangha. Friends, world needs Buddhism than ever before. And indeed, Bhante did a great contribution in the service of Dhamma to make it relevant, practical and pragmatic in modern situation. And he greatly contributed to Dr. Ambedkar's great vision of Buddhism he revived in 1956. I think the organized body of practitioners has the great responsibility at their shoulder, and Bhante made it vital in his teaching and the people he ordained. And the central message I got, one of the central messages I got from him whenever I saw him, that stay together and act together in harmony. Disharmony in Sangha did always pain him. That's the pain probably, that's only the pain Bhante had in his heart. So we must have to stay together and we must act in harmony. While maintaining harmony, Bhante always encouraged local initiatives of Sangha, and he always encouraged the autonomous local initiatives, and he was always concerned about the response from the local Sangha to the local situation. And I think it's extremely important to translate Bhante in local situation. His relevance and his meanings of his teachings, his presentation of Dhamma in local situation, which are very unique, and India is indeed a very unique situation in that respect. So, situation of Buddhism is rapidly changing in India, and numerous possibilities are opening. And indeed, 1956 Dhamma revolution remains at the heart of revival of Buddhism. Dr. Ambedkar is one of the, I think, is only the hero of revival of Buddhism in modern time. But it is in the spirit of Bhante's presentation of Dhamma in his teaching and the body of responsible practitioners he created shares a great responsibility. And Bhante created a Sangha irrespective of nationalities, caste, race, gender. I must say he was definitely anti-caste, he was definitely anti-race, and wanted to create a society based on harmony, in Baba Saheb's word, liberty, equality and fraternity. This itself is a great practice to be influenced by and to influence others. That's only the future of Buddhism in India and in the world lies. Bhante, definitely Buddhist movements will miss you, but indeed in the body of your teaching and in Sanghakaya you will always remain among us. Jai Bhim.